Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network. I'm excited and honestly terrified for this video. Why, you may ask? It is just going over the entire Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster and seeing who I feel should and shouldn't come back in a new Smash game. Well, if you saw my What's Next for Smash video, I mentioned some deep cuts maybe needed moving forward and used Jigglypuff as an example. This didn't bode too well for a few people. She's OG, you can't do that, and a few other things. But that got me thinking of the roster as a whole, and so here we are. And I am sure I'm going to get people mad. I am sure I'll get fun comments.
Bring it on.
A few things to go over before we start this. I'll be starting from the top, Mario, to the bottom, Mii's. I'll discuss every character, their chances, and why or why not I believe they should or should not come back. Mostly. Now, this part is important. This is for a hypothetical new Smash game that we know nothing about. In my mind, I really feel a scaling back a bit of the roster and working on modes and new designs for older characters would be the best way to go. We cannot top Everyone Is Here, and I don't think we will, but I stand firm that Nintendo can make something just as special, if not more. Quality over quantity, guys. Additionally, be civil! This is of course my own opinion, but I will give proper backing as to why, mostly. So hear me out, have an open mind. Man can dream. So, I think that's about it. So let's go over the entire Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster and see their chances, in my opinion, of them coming back in a scaled back game.
Mario!
Duh. There'll be quite a few that are very obvious, and the main man Mario is one of them. I do think some revamping is needed. In his games, he gets a gimmick each time, Flood, the Luma Spin, Cappy, etc. Keep the classic Fireball as his neutral special, and his up special should be the Super Jump Punch. Currently his side special is Cape, which reflects projectiles. I say replace it with Cappy Throw, where Mario throws Cappy, hitting anyone in its way. Additionally, Cappy stays around for a few seconds to be used as another platform. Currently the down special is Flood, and I hate cutting a Sunshine reference, but I think it may be time. Retire Flood and bring back Tornado, which was his down special for a while, and has since been adopted by Dr. Mario. We will get to the good doctor soon. The final Smash, Mario Finale, keep it but make it more special or dynamic. Add more flair, no pun intended, to the move.
Donkey Kong!
So many, although not all, of the first chunk of this video is going to be of course they should remain, and DK is of no exception. Except with Bonanza, we need some new moves. Keep his neutral special Giant Punch. Up special should go from the Spinning Kong to Chunk Chunk. I love saying that. The hand slap down special should evolve a bit into grabbing a piece of the terrain and swinging it like a weapon. Go a bit further like Steve, and his crafting abilities depends on where he mines, and the abilities of the chunk depends on your terrain. A grassy area might not be as good. A hard metal area, well, that's going to pack quite a punch. As for the final Smash, retire Jungle Rush and bring out Bonanza. You make it simple and have DK transform into Kong Bonanza for a massive power upgrade, all while Pauline sings her song.
Link!
Of course, the hero of, well, everything needs to be in, and I'll go over some things later when we talk about Toon Link, but keep the hero of the wild motif. I doubt we will have a new Zelda game before Smash, just going by past timelines, but I would keep him as is, really.
Samus!
Again, we're keeping her. As for her moveset, truthfully, I wouldn't change a lot of it. That being said, I'm writing this before Metroid Prime 4 has been released. That can make a difference. I would change her final Smash though. I would get rid of the Zero Laser, and spoilers from Dread coming up, 1, 2, 3, you're warned, give her the ability to use her Metroid suit from Dread. A nice boost in power and speed, then end it with a Hyper Beam ability from the game.
Dark Samus!
Oh yeah, Echoes. As much as I don't want to say this, I think we need to nix Dark Samus. I don't see it coming back and beyond, although who really knows? I do sort of hope we move on from Phazon, meaning it shouldn't exist anymore, much like its future in Smash.
Yoshi!
Stain. And really the moveset is fine. The more recent Yoshi titles don't really innovate his moveset to allow for much changes. A bit of a shame, but it does tell something about Yoshi's classic feel.
Kirby!
Poyo! Again, I wouldn't change much of Kirby. His classic moveset is, well, classic, utilizing a lot of his staple moves, Cutter, Fireball, Stone, and of course you just can't change some of that. It's the final Smash that I think should be something new. Ultra Sword was the gimmick from Return to Dreamland, and it's a rather older game, and there has been other gimmicks since. But I do think Hypernova from Triple Deluxe on the 3DS would be a perfect final Smash. Or go for the newer title in Forgotten Land and just have Kirby turn into a car and drive you over. It may seem outlandish, but that's technically what Captain Falcon does.
Fox!
Stay and honestly no changes. And I say that begrudgingly because we haven't had much to go on with Fox since his introduction in the original Smash. The only real changes would come from Star Fox Adventures, which I would save that kind of moveset for Crystal, not him. I would love something more to go on, but his moveset is solid at least. I mean, do we need to have that same moveset 2 more times is the question.
Pikachu!
Yep, another classic and an icon, the true face of Pokemon. You can't do this without him. Moveset-wise, let's just keep him mostly the same. His final Smash Volt Tackle is fine.
Luigi!
Of course we're keeping Luigi, but time to upgrade his moveset a bit. Keep his neutral special Fireball, as they have changed it enough over the years to make it different from Mario's. The side special, Green Missile, needs to go. Maybe not needs, but I think utilizing the Poltergust as a launcher and shooting a plunger at an opponent for a long grab as its special. I know that's kind of his grab right now, but it's not very special. His up special, Super Jump Punch, can be changed to utilize the Poltergust in blasting a gust of wind downwards and propelling himself at even an angle to make it kind of unique. Think a little bit like Robin's Owen. His down special, Luigi Cyclone, is a classic, but it's time to overhaul it as we've been doing. Change to something like Poltergust Bash, where he slams the Poltergust on the ground to create a shockwave in all directions. His final smash, Poltergust G00, is great.
Ness!
We're keeping the little guy, but no real changes. What I will dub a legacy character, fighters whose games or franchises are in hibernation status, so to speak, don't need to be changed too much as we haven't had much to go on. Speaking of another legacy character,
Captain Falcon!
Yep, we're keeping him and not really changing anything as well. I mean, all of his moves were made for Smash, so we don't really have much to go on other than driving people over with cars.
Jigglypuff!
You may have already guessed this one, but Jigglypuff will not be making the cut for this hypothetical game. And hear me out. I truly don't believe because she is in the OG Smash, we should keep her for that reason alone. Jigglypuff was added into the original game as she was a semi-clone of Kirby. Round floats, along with her popularity as a recurring side character in the anime, Jigglypuff wasn't really considered a character in all true facts. A echo before echoes. There will be deep cuts in this list and some decisions may shock you, but we have to be real. To reinvent Smash, per se, we have to prune back, which may be hurtful, but allows something to grow bigger, healthier, and stronger than before.
Peach!
Yep, we're keeping her, but time to change her up a lot. We're going to be talking about Princess Peach for a while. With Princess Peach Showtime, we can really mix up her moveset, but keep some of her original as well. First off, her neutral special is no longer Toad, as I firmly believe he needs to be his own fighter. Now technically yes, it could just be any Toad and our Toad could be the fighter, but let's take it out of the equation altogether. Replace it with Vegetable, her current down special. All the other moves stay the same, and down special becomes Transform Arts. Much like Shulk's Monado that gives you options for different abilities, Transform Art allows Peach to transform into one of 4 different outfits from Showtime. Sword Fighter, Kung Fu, Detective, and Cowgirl. Each with their own unique set of abilities, moves, strengths, and weaknesses. And we're going to go over each of them. Sword Fighter is about quick strikes with some range. Neutral special is Rapier Thrust, lunges Peach forward. Maybe hold it for an extended range. Her up special, Elegant Slash, has Peach do a rapid movement with her rapier and an upward thrust. Not much range, but powerful if it hits. Side special, Spinning Slash, spinning in space, but you can move a short distance slowly. Not nerfed, but a toned down Meta Knight spin thing. Her final smash, Rose Blade Crescendo. She lunges forward like Martha Roy's, and if it connects, she does a flurry of slashes from all sides, ending with a Rose Petal Explosion. Next up, Kung Fu Peach is about rushing your opponents with combos. Very quick, but not very powerful without hitting those combos. Neutral special will be Palm Strike, a simple move that can be followed through into a 5 or 6 hit combo with the last strike hitting hard and launching the opponent. Side special, Flying Kick, launches Peach in the more diagonal direction with her leg extended. Her up special, Bicycle Kick, launches her upwards with her leg cycling, gives a large boost, and if it connects, the boost stops and the combo starts. The final smash, Lotus Strike, a close contact final smash, but can be utilized during combos easy. A flurry of strikes ending with a spinning kick. Detective Peach, She's a tricky character, more about setting up traps and items to confuse and mislead their opponents. Magnifying Glass is her neutral special, which aims her sights on projectiles, launching them back at her opponents. Side special is Smoke Bomb, throwing a smoke bomb that will stay attached to where it lands or who it lands on. The longer the opponent is in it, they start to take damage slowly. It works like a grappling hook. Her final smash, Case Closed. A beam of light shoots from her magnifying glass, short range, but all who get in it go into the cutscene of Detective Peach revealing them as the culprit, and then an explosion occurs with energy, magic, whatever, and confetti. I don't know. Lastly, Cowgirl Peach. More about zoning and controlling distances with her opponent and grappling. Her neutral special, Cork Pop Pistol Shot, shoots a cork from a gun, and it's quick but it's weak. It can be used in quick succession as well. Her side special, Lasso Whip, a super extended grapple that brings an opponent to you, allowing for counters. Be careful, the healthier they are, the easier for them to break free. As we don't want to seem too samey as Detective Peach, her up special is Rodeo Volt. A horse silhouette comes out and bumps you high, then you can utilize your Lasso Whip to grab the edge, giving her some amazing recovery. Her final smash, Showdown Finale, she utilizes her whip to grab any opponent with long range into a cinematic showdown. She uses her cork gun and shoots them at rapid succession. Not much for launching, but does some nice damage. That got a lot more intense than I thought, but I love this idea. Showtime, although not the deepest of games, was fun and fleshed out Peach a little bit. So how could we not utilize this with new abilities and honoring her past while we're doing it?
Daisy!
I'm scared to say this, but I think Daisy needs cut only if she stays as she is. Put down the pitchforks, please. I have a wife and kids. See, as an Echo, I don't think she should stay. I understand why in Ultimate she was an Echo, but still. I think she can be her own, and if she was, then I say keep her. Tweak her enough to not be an Echo, but to still harken back to Peach as a bit. Sort of like how Isabelle feels a bit Echo-ish, but she's still different enough. Kind of. Here are my ideas. Neutral special, Petal Burst. Daisy throws a flower as a projectile. Hold the button for longer to charge increase of distance and power. The side special, Daisy Bomber, similar to what she has now, but it's more like a shoulder check to harken back to her sports appearances. Her down special, Flower Shield, she plants a daisy flower so it can be used as a temporary shield. Her up special, Racket Rocket, she pulls out a tennis racket and ball and strikes the ball as a downward angle, and she recoils backward and launches up a bit. Not a strong recovery, but can be versatile. As for her final smash, let's call it Super Daisy Slam. That's stupid, but I like it. She charges forward with a soccer ball in hand and she makes contact and a cinematic starts. She kicks the soccer ball at the opponent for damage, and then when they're dazed, Daisy rushes forward with a tennis racket, launching them in the air. She jumps ahead of them and slams them down like they are a volleyball, and when the opponent hits the ground on impact, a giant explosion of daisies happen. This makes Daisy her own character, fleshes her out a bit, and I think in this sense, she deserves a spot.
Bowser!
A 100% keep character, but his moveset is kind of a head scratcher.
Ice Climbers!
Yep, nothing wrong with this classic pair, and much like Ness, the moveset is fine.
Zelda! Sheik!
We're going to talk about them together. From Melee to Brawl, these two were intertwined. Zelda's down special transformed her into Sheik and vice versa. It was a fun, unique ability, but due to the limitations of the 3DS hardware, the characters were split and have been ever since. And honestly, I think they should be combined again. And I think the characters work more fun together. And keep in mind, when I'm talking about them or anything else on the list, I'm not thinking of the competitive state or abilities or anything like that. I have nothing against competitive Smash, per se, but I think they work better together.
Dr. Mario!
Sorry, I think the doctor needs to go on a vacation. It has nothing to do with too many Mario raps or anything, but I think his time has come.
Pichu!
Throw him in the PC and forget him. Look, he's a fun gimmick character, and I love those types of characters, but a revamped Smash needs some cuts. Trust me, we're about to come up to a cut that I hate to admit, and it's really painful. So I'm not going by favorites. There are just better Pokemon reps.
Falco!
Leave him and don't change much of him. He is unique enough to be his own character away from Fox. And I wonder how Wolf will end up here.
Marth!
100% yes. He is the original Lord of the Fire Emblem series and deserves this spot. Keep his moveset.
Lucina!
If she wasn't an Echo, I would make the argument that Fire Emblem Awakening, where she originated, literally saved the franchise and probably deserves a spot. But she's an Echo, and I don't see how to make her much different, so I say it's time for her to lay down her blade.
Young Link.
I have a whole idea of how to revamp all the Links and make them unique. Heck, even give them names like Hero of the Wind, Hero of Time, etc. But as is, Young Link needs to go. If, and I do think it's possible, if we revamp Young Link completely, he should 100% stay. Here are my ideas. Keep his normal moves, but take out Bomb for masked transformation. Pull up a menu in a certain direction will allow Young Link to transform into Deku Link, Goron Link, and Zora Link. Deku Link is a fast, lightweight character, but he loves his combos. Neutral Special Bubble Blast, a short projectile, but quick and able to spam a bit. The side special, Deku Spin, Deku Link spins around, allowing him to do a multi-hit combo that can take on multiple fighters at once. The up special would be Deku Flower Launch. A Deku Flower appears and Deku Link jumps in and launches very high, and then comes down with the spinning flowers. Goron Link is a heavyweight type fighter, slow but strong attacks. His neutral special, Fire Punch, a flaming punch that does a lot of damage, but slow and not the easiest to pull off. Side special be Goron Roll. Goron Link goes into a Goron Ball and spikes protrude out of it as you launch forward and able to go back and forth. A bit like Wario Bite, but more controllable. His up special would be Goron Slam. Think Bowser's down special, but Goron Link leaps into the air and crashes down close by, causing a shockwave. Zora Link is a mixture of melee and ranged attacks. His neutral special is double boomerang fins. Zora Link launches two fins out like boomerangs, they arch back and come back towards him. Once launched, Zora Link is able to move around and still fight. His side special, Electric Barrier, creating a short-lasting electric shield around him. The up special be Zora Leap, allowing Zora Link to leap into the air as if he was coming out of water, slashing fighters with his fins as he does. Of course, his new Final Smash, Fierce Deity Mask, giving Link the ultimate attack to slash down any opponent.
Ganondorf.
Yes, but which one? Similar to Link, different Ganondorfs have different skills and abilities, and the Smash Ganondorf has been its own unique bag of tricks. A clone of Captain Falcon originally, but has been adjusted as time has gone on. The thing is, I like his moveset, and letting him be unique like this has him maybe almost encompass all the Ganondorfs, but maybe making all of his costumes reflect the different Ganondorfs.
Mewtwo.
I debated on this, guys, but I think he deserves a spot.
Roy.
Roy has been a main for me in Melee, Smash for Wii U once we got him, and in Ultimate. I know objectively Marth was a better character, but I gravitated to Roy so much more. His style was just different enough for me. And I lament on this decision, but Roy should be cut.
Chrom.
There should be a question on this if I'm cutting Roy, right?
Mr. Game & Watch.
Another legacy character who should 100% stay as is.
Meta Knight.
Yes, and stay the same.
Hit.
Oh, if only we have another game to base off some more moves. Oh well, these days.
Dark Pit.
Another main of mine that I'm saying to cut. I don't like this video anymore.
Zero Suit Samus.
Controversial, but cut her. I said there'd be deep cuts and I don't think she deserves a spot. All she's honestly used for is fan service, and that's not a good enough reason for me.
Wario.
Keep and stay the course for his attacks.
Snake.
Okay. I don't want to answer this, but I think Snake needs cut. He is one of the better third-party fighters, I'll give you that, but I think his time is done.
Ike.
Literally, I'm 50-50 on this guy. He is a very unique among the lords chosen from Fire Emblem. He stands out and always been a breath of fresh air, honestly. With so many Fire Emblem cuts, I think it's okay to keep him, truthfully.
Pokémon Trainer.
Yes and no. Yes, I want a Pokémon Trainer, but it would be cool to have different Pokémon. Like, I wish they started this games ago. After we had Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard, maybe the next trainer could have been Fuecoco, Quaxwell, and Masquerada. And then in each new game, a new trainer from a different region. It's doubtful now, but a guy can dream. As is, I think it's okay to cut. I like the uniqueness, but some cuts have to be made.
Diddy Kong.
Yep, and keep the same.
Lucas.
Sorry, Lucas, it's time to be cut. Unless Nintendo wants to make Earthbound relevant again, which I don't think so, we really don't need an S clone.
Sonic!
I would be a fool, a mad fool to cut Sonic. I think he's important to the DNA of the game. Moveset, keep but tweak a little bit for improvements. Maybe give him a drop dash.
King DDD!
Keeping the king and not changing much.
Olimar!
Pikmin deserves a rep. I miss Pikmin Whip as his recovery instead of Wing Pikmin, but I see why it happened. Include some of the new Pikmin from Pikmin 4 with his pluck ability and wear golden.
Lucario!
If you don't remember, Lucario was the face of Diamond and Pearl. He ranks as not only one of the most popular Pokemon out there, but one that a lot of people recognize. Plus, he's voiced by Goku's voice actor. Let's keep him.
Rob!
We're keeping him. Same moveset.
Toon Link!
Wind Waker is my favorite Zelda game. I say this because I think, without fully revamping him, it's time for him to go. The problem is his moveset is a variation of the original Ocarina of Time Link with the items. Maybe revamp Link a bit and let Toon Link have his OG set, but I don't see that happening. So, sorry Toon Link, it's time to go.
Wolf!
We don't need two semi-clones of Fox. Sorry Wolf, I really like your playstyle more than the other two, but it's time to be cut.
Villager!
See, we can't cut him or he's going to come out for blood and kill us all, so he has to stay.
Mega Man!
Yeah, I think he should stay. Mega Man is a part of gaming and Nintendo history, really. Mega Man, even though sort of in a long-standing hiatus, is an icon. I honestly debated. I try not to be biased, because I do love Mega Man, but taking my personal feelings out of it, I really feel he should be added back into Smash. Its moveset could be mixed up a bit, but at the same time, it's a perfect representation of the Blue Bomber.
Wii Fit Trainer!
This one got me thinking. Wii Fit was a huge game on the Wii and even crossed over into the Wii U. Originally my reaction was to get rid of her, but then I thought about the other classic one-offs like Ice Climbers and Game & Watch. You may call me crazy, but I would call her a legacy character, and honestly, she should stay.
Rosalina and Luma!
Keeping this duo in. Rosalina has become part of the Mario crew and deserves a spot. Keep her moves.
Little Mac!
So, when I originally went to write this is honestly not in the script, I'm just talking here. I highlighted his name and said, come back. Every time I went back to him, I didn't know what to say. On one hand, he's a legacy character. He's very unique. He's a lot of fun. I don't know how well he is in the competitive scene, but we're not putting that into consideration. Remember that, guys. So, why could I not figure out if he should stay or not? There's over 80 characters, I think, around that, and I could think of something for everyone, but not Little Mac. Does that bode well for him, or good? I don't know. So this is me off the cuff thinking, I think Little Mac's time is done.
Greninja!
If it had to be between Lucario and Greninja out of the game, Greninja would lose. That being said, I still kind of think he deserves to stay. He represents X and Y, is a super popular Pokemon, and although it may seem like we have a ton of Pokemon reps, I think he deserves a spot. Attack-wise, let's keep it the same. Although, and this is being written before ZA Legends, if Greninja gets a Mega Form, change his Final Smash to that.
Palutena!
Sorry, she is cut. Part of it's because Kid Icarus is a legacy game. We haven't gotten much of it lately, or even in the history of Nintendo, and I just don't see it happening anytime soon, which is sad to say. I think the series just needs one rep, and Pit is it.
Pac-Man!
Pac-Man joins any roster he can, obviously. He is the oh neat, he's in the game sort of character, and that's about it. Working with Bandai Namco, it makes sense he's been in the past few games, but the question is more, should he be moving forward? Am I stalling because I don't want to answer? No, it's because I don't know how to answer. My head keeps saying keep him, my gut says to cut him. So my final verdict is...
Hey, look over there!
Robin!
Robin is so unique as a Fire Emblem character, and I also love to play as him. But, and this is painful, this is hurtful, and why am I doing this to one of my favorite characters? It's time to retire Robin to allow new Fire Emblem fighters.
Sheik!
Yes, Xenoblade Chronicles has become a heavy hitter for Nintendo along with Monolith Software. Keep him and his moves.
Bowser Jr.
It feels weird to take him out. I say keep him. Moveset about the same.
Duck Hunt Duo!
So we don't need every legacy character, and I think I proved that with Little Mac. and I think Duck Hunt is one that can be retired from Smash. Sorry.
Ryu!
Keep him. I mean, really, Ryu is not only Capcom, a very close friend to Nintendo, but also comes from Street Fighter, which is one of those like just classic fighting games, and that's a good representation.
Ken!
I think retiring Ken is okay. One Street Fighter rep is enough. I know he's an Echo and minimal work, but I stand by my decision.
Cloud!
Sorry, Cloud fans, I think his time has come and gone. It was such a shocker when he was here, though. I'm glad it happened, but let's do some other Square characters, maybe.
Corrin!
I have no love lost on Corinne. Used as a marketing ploy, which, yeah, most of this game is, his time has come.
Bayonetta!
Axer. I never felt she was a good fit for the game, and just added over-sexualization to the game when it isn't needed.
Inklings!
Splatoon is too big and one of Nintendo's heaviest hitters. They're staying.
Ridley!
I think 2 Metroid reps are great. Ridley was a long time coming and highly requested, and keep his moves as is.
Simon!
Keep him. When you think Castlevania, you think NES. It's part of the DNA. And I do think he's a better legacy character choice than Duck Hunt. Come at me.
Richter!
Much like Ken, 1 rep for the series is enough.
King K. Rool!
We're absolutely keeping K. Rool. The big heroes need their big baddies.
Isabel!
I'm gonna say this. Isabel is an Echo. Like a more unique Echo than the other ones, but still an Echo that the game doesn't honestly admit to for some reason. That being said, I say no to her, please don't hurt me, unless a true revamp. The problem is, and shocking with how detailed I was before, I can't really think of a way to revamp her properly. Who knows? I still stand by my choice.
Incineroar!
Axum. Sorry, just not a standout Pokemon. Let's get some more unique Pokemon in this game.
Piranha Plant!
A fun, jokey character that I think was a good choice at the time. But let's prune this plant moving forward.
Joker!
I understand why he was chosen. I understand why he keeps getting chosen and is sort of the pseudo-face of Persona. It is time for Joker to retire from Smash.
Hero!
I think he's a better rep for Square than Cloud. I said it. And with that being said, I think he deserves to stay in the game. Moveset the same.
Banjo and Kazooie!
I've been asking for him since the very first Smash. It was nice to have them, the reveal was legendary, but if Rare isn't going to do anything with Banjo, I don't see it happening. Banjo should put up his backpack and we'll continue to have our memories of those original games.
Terry!
I don't know what to say really. I think it's okay for him to retire. This is the problem with most of the DLC characters. They're mostly one-offs, truthfully. I have a ton of feelings about the fighter passes. I need to make a note to make that video eventually.
Violet!
I love Three Houses, but I'm tired of Smash using the avatar characters as the fighter for their representation. And of the 3 main characters in the houses would have been a lot more fun. Sorry, Violet. Bye-bye.
Min Min!
If we don't remember ARMS, who will? Not Nintendo. I think she deserves the spot.
Steve!
Minecraft being here makes all the sense in the world, and I think he deserves to stay.
Sephiroth!
This might seem obvious, but with no Cloud, I don't think we should have Sephiroth.
Pyra! Mithra!
As much as I love their concept, and this was hard, I would say retire only if there is a new Xenoblade fighter. If not, let's keep her.
Kazuya!
Holding back personal opinions. Holding back personal opinions. Holding back personal opinions. No. Get rid of them.
Sora!
I honestly have no issues with Sora in Smash. In fact, he was probably the best choice for the final Smash Ultimate Fighter. But his time has come and gone, I feel.
Mii Brawler! Mii Sword Fighter! Mii Gunner!
Although Nintendo still grasps to the Miis for reasons I honestly can't comprehend, I don't know if it's in Miyamoto's contract or something. I mean, I do like them, but they don't really do anything with them anymore. Smash is the most they have done with them in years. I like there to be customization, but truly, it can be done better. Sorry, Miis, time to retire. And that is every Super Smash Bros. Character, and where I think they should stand on a Smash revamped game that metaphorically might exist and might not. That's around 45 returning characters, 1 combined characters with Sheik and Zelda, 6 or 7 maybes, and then over 30 fighters cut. Can't say I expected that high of cuts, but as mentioned, we went deep. There was no restrictions on who could and couldn't be. Even the OG 12 wasn't safe. Can't wait for the comments, guys. Bring them on. So what is your top character you want to stay and the top character you think should be cut? Let me know in the comments below and why. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and join us on our Discord. This is the Nintendo Network, signing off.